Good morning, Neeraj here. You all are welcome in the class of, say, Management and Information System. This is MCA 4th semester, and I am supposed to discuss on supply chain management today. As in last classes, we were concerned about this topic and we got some information, some insight about this supply chain management, that is the part of logistic management, or we can say distribution system, say arranged by, designed by, implemented by an organization or set of organizations in an industry. Now, as we discussed in last class, that we all know distribution is related with the network which is meant to distribute final goods of the particular producer or a group of producers to the market or group of customers. So we can say that physical distribution is a system of flowing the final goods from producer to the consumers. This is about, say, physical distribution. So when a manager thinks about physical distribution of goods and services, particularly physical goods, then he has to or she has to think over, say, how the final goods will move from factory to the warehouses. Warehouses are various stock points, might be located in various location near to say consumption base. And when manager thinks over how, it means what would be mode of transportation, like air, like rail, like road, or like water, ship, etc. So mode of transportation and various warehouse locations manager has to think over. Now, we also received the information that physical distribution does not provide a broader concept. So manager takes much broader concept than physical distribution alone. Now, what is that broader concept and what does it include? Broader concept starts with raw material, components and the services needed to manufacture in the form of inputs. So concept starts with supply of inputs to the manufacturer. So it starts much earlier than physical distribution, as physical distribution starts physical movement of the final goods, but here concept starts movement of input from their suppliers to the manufacturer, and then manufacturer processes these all inputs to change into output, and then distribution of these outputs to the destination or the market starts. This broader concept can be better known by supply chain. So we can say supply chain is a broader concept than physical distribution, which comprises two important components. First, supply of raw material and other needed inputs and services to the manufacturer, and then distribution of final goods from manufacturer to consumers. This concept is undoubtedly important and more valid to think over in order to increase the productivity in terms of distribution. Why? Because this concept helps the manufacturer to choose better supplier. Now, quality of raw material is important in order to ensure quality of output. So if we would be more vigilant in selection of right suppliers, and help them to supply the needed goods at time at the right places. So definitely this concept would be more helpful to the manufacturer for increasing its productivity own, and it also helps to decrease the cost to some extent. So this concept as supply chain management is much helpful to the manufacturer, and it ensures control of the supply as well as control of distribution of final goods. But one problem with supply chain management that it looks destination as only destination. Destination means consumer base or organization which is demanding the product for its own purpose. So this concept looks at market only as a destination and nothing else. This is in fact half-hearted concept. So a new concept is used to replace this concept for increasing productivity and efficiency, and that is logistic management. Now, what is difference between logistic and supply chain? In logistic management, the whole system is perceived as unified system, and all the components are taken into consideration part by part as well as simultaneously. And here, the whole concept starts at the end. I mean to say, where supply chain management ends, logistic management starts, and then it flows backwardly. For example, logistic management looks market at the starting point of designing and managing all the forthcoming activities. So it helps the organization and its management to look the market, to know what are their requirements, what are their needs regarding distribution of the product. Here I would cite an example, very interesting illustration, that in one time in Germany, the soft drink was distributed through individual bottle. Now, customers demanded that if bottles would be in 6-pack, then that would be much helpful to them. They wanted soft drink bottles in 6-pack, and retailers also favored this approach because for retailers it would be much easier to keep the 6-pack bottle on the shelf in less time and more convenience, as well as sales might also be increased. For example, if I am the customer and I purchase one bottle at one occasion, if I purchase 6 bottles at one occasion, definitely sales would be increased. Now, one manufacturer was grasping all these facts, and it thought that, okay, this is the demand of the market and we have to work as per the demand of the market. Then it designed a 6-pack bottles, and once the company designed 6 packs bottle of soft drink, then say pallets in which bottles were kept and the whole packaging were designed accordingly, so that through pallet and cases the 6-pack bottles and likewise other 6-packs bottles might be easily shifted to the customers, to the retailer's warehouse, and it would be kept at the shelf. And accordingly, that manufacturer redesigned its factory operations in a new way to cater this requirement. And this is the history that in Germany that manufacturer earned $1 million through this approach. So to know the customer requirement, to know the market requirement is in nutshell one of the most important activities in distribution. And this is focused in logistic management undoubtedly. When we talk about the logistic management or supply chain management in broader perspective, then one important concept is there, that is ILS, Integrated Logistics System. ILS or Integrated Logistics System is combination of three group of activities. First group belongs to material management. Second group of activities belongs to flow of materials. And third, say, distribution of final output to the consumption base. And in this integrated system, about this integrated system, again I would like to cite one interesting example, that there is many third parties available in the market. Those help the company in designing and implementing this ILS, Integrated Logistics System. Here one example is that I think you might be heard about say FedEx, Federal Express, a courier, cargo and logistic company of USA, mighty giant company. Federal Express with Volvo company, with collaboration of Volvo and FedEx, they designed and managed ILS system. They established a warehouse, big warehouse in Memphis of USA. They established a warehouse in which all the truck parts were kept arranged systematically, and suppose at the remote place there was a dealer dealing with the Volvo trucks and a particular truck was needed some services, as some parts might be broken out and that was replaced in urgent. So there was arrangement of toll-free call to FedEx office by the customers. Customer called the FedEx office and or Volvo office, and same day FedEx transshipped the intended parts either to deliver to the say airport or deliver to the dealer site or at the repair site. So that is the classic example of integrated logistics systems. Now many activities are the part of this logistics system, and company has to think all activities in its isolation as well as integrations, a system as a whole, part and as a whole. So many type of activities are integrated, jointly clubbed in logistics system, as it starts with sales forecasting. Sales forecasting is a tool which tells the company about targeted demand of the customers, which company has to meet in a given time period. So it talks about quantity the company has to produce. Once company knows the targeted production, then it tells to its production department to produce or to look at the inventory, a stock which might be kept by early. On the basis of assessment of inventory stock and production schedule, now production department orders to purchase department to purchase the required raw materials or other necessities. Then purchase department orders to intended suppliers. Suppliers send raw materials and other necessities to the company, and company warehouse keeps all these raw materials in the form of inventory. So this is inventory raw material. Now these raw materials are processed by the production department in the form of final output. After being converted into final output, these outputs are again stocked in the form of final output inventory. Now this is important link between customer demand and company production. As customer demand decreases, this inventory pile up, and production increases, the inventory pile up. So this is beautiful example, has to be managed efficiently, demand and supply. Now what happens afterward? All the finished products passes through. Finished products pass through the a particular system. That in system, that again the various activities might be clubbed up, like say packaging. Afterward, all the packaged final goods would be kept into inventory. Then it would be processed in say shipping room, and then it will be dispatched through outbound logistic or transportation. Then in field, all the shipped goods would be kept at inventory for certain time, and then these will be flowed. These will be flowed to the consumption side, that might be retail outlets or anything, where consumers purchase, and these consumers also receive needed services from retailers or company. So these all are part of the logistic management or supply chain management. Company in the recent time is very much concerned with the cost incurred on logistics system, because a system might be very effective, but this is not cost effective. Then very important objective of the company of making profit would be diminished. So here company thinks hard that how to reduce the cost of logistic, which provides the desired services to the market. Now this is noticeable that 30 to 40% of product cost incurred on logistic itself, and that is huge. Even say in grocery industry, this might be 10% of total grocery value, which is huge. That might run into say 40 or 50 billion dollar annually. So company is very concerned about this cost of the logistics system as a whole. Now and this is why company considered, because many inefficiency are crop up in the logistics system. Because of these inefficiency, many scholars in the industry calls logistic as last frontier of cost economies. And now company are very concerned about how to mitigate, how to reduce the cost. So that is important factor. Now here I would cite two very short cases for your illustration. That first case belong to super value. It is say a wholesale distributor in America, big wholesale company which distributes say dry groceries and some bulky products. Now super values company is experimenting with cross docking. Now what is cross docking? Cross docking means the company's supplier, means super value suppliers, are sending required materials to super value. Now these materials are kept by SuperValu, and this is further transported by SuperValu to the retail stores. Now what happens? All the materials flown by suppliers do not get down in distribution outlets, rather it directly say all the goods are transshipped from truck to truck of SuperValu, and thus it goes to the intended distribution outlets. So what happens? This saves huge cost and money of SuperValu, and if your distribution channel would not be effective, and your retailers will not receive goods, then definitely that might be affecting the company's profitability huge. For example, one time Kodak pronounced the market that instant camera we are going to launch in very near future, and these cameras were not distributed, were not available to the retailers by Kodak. Now customers reached to purchase the camera and they did not find, and so they switched to competitor camera, that was the Polaroid camera, and thus Kodak lost a huge. So efficiency procurement of logistics system is paramount important activity, and company has to give its utmost attention to make it more effective and efficient. Thank you. We will continue this journey also in next class. Thank you for today. Thank you very much.